That peak was we had much too much of a peak. One of the most significant components of our project is the fact that it's to preserve the genetic diversity which is being so lost around the world. We have about 350 beans, about 350 different tomatoes, about 850 different seeds in all that we're saving, plus all of the seeds that we have are ones which have really significant historical connections. The heirloom seeds themselves are designated as at least 50 years old and have been passed down like heirloom furniture, passed down from generation to generation, as well as having the interesting stories that go with them. One of the really premier crops, so to speak, of our program is the Cambridge turnip. This actually was given to us, documented that it came off a shipwreck February 10th, 1886, off Friendship when it struck the Old Man Ledge and the boat sank, and this rutabaga, locals call it turnip, but it's a rutabaga, was on its way to Bangor to be used as a cow food. And so as a food for our diet, it's sweet, non-woody, gets very large, and the people who've tried it really do enjoy it. One of the favorite parts of this collection, for me personally, are the seeds that we've been able to collect from Native American tribes. We have seeds from 35 different Native American tribes at the present time, and it's a personal journey for me because sitting right next to me as we're talking is Choctaw sweet potato squash, and my great-great-grandfather was Choctaw Indian, and I have Choctaw blood in me, and that is part of my attempt to connect to my own personal genetic history. Most of our seeds come through the fact that we're a seed saver from Seed Savers Exchange. We get plants literally from around the world as long as they can grow and we can harvest the seeds from them. One of the really interesting plants that we have just acquired is a plant called Polymnia sonchifolia, which is yacon. And it is a plant that actually was grown and harvested and used by the Inca Indians. It dates back thousands of years. It came from the Andes Mountains of South America. Today it's locally grown, probably from Venezuela all the way down maybe to northern Argentina. This is all done by the students, and so their involvement is critical and crucial. And we have the summer teen ag crew where we actually hire students. We get paid for helping, and this work is incredibly tedious and incredibly long-hours.
Behind me is some of the new seed beds, as you can see. I work at Medomak Valley with Mr. Lash, and we work to preserve seeds and maintain the gardens over the summer. We grow wheat and we make pizza dough out of it. So we try to grow food that we can eat a lot. Right now we're building a shed over our pizza oven. So that's taking quite a bit of work. We're just putting the roof on now.
We work through the food corps, local food corps representative, who is incredibly helpful in terms of getting things accomplished for us.
So where we're this part of the garden, last year with our teen ag crew, we built the majority of these beds, and this year our crew added about 4 or 5. And this is a combination of growing lettuce and greens for the summer food service program and school lunch in the fall, and doing grow outs of some of the heirloom varieties that we have. So you'll see a lot of different beans, which are starting to flower, which is really exciting, and tomato plants among the beds. And some beds like this one has, this is one kind of pepper. This is the Inca lost pepper. I think we have 11 or 12 different varieties of potatoes planted here. And it's amazing. Not only do the potatoes themselves look so different, but the plants look super different. There's different leaf shapes. Some are flowering a lot, some aren't flowering at all. And we're weeding them and hilling them. So we have our flower beds. Our major pollinator attractors this year are flowers from George Washington and Thomas Jefferson's homes. We have several cucumbers in the collection, but this bed is for Boothby's blonde cucumber, which is a Maine cucumber variety. And there's so many flowers. And look, there's even a tiny cucumber. And I love it. The first time I grew cucumbers, it was really awesome to discover that they have spikes all over them as part of their defense mechanism. Oh my gosh, pollination in action, look at that. It's happening. This cucumber, unfortunately, didn't get pollinated, which is why it's shriveling on the vine, but this one is happy and happening. And with cucumbers, you can harvest them like this or when they get a little bit bigger, this variety, and they're really, really sweet. But then if you want to grow them for seed, which is what we're doing, we leave them on and they turn this deep, deep orange, and the skin is almost like pumpkin skin. And then you harvest the pumpkin, you harvest the seed as you would pumpkin seed. And this area that looks like prairie land right now, because it is prairie land, will eventually have been mowed and put more landscape fabric and more raised beds. That's what we did right here. This looked like grassland about a week ago.
As far as the actual involvement of the students in the class, they're the ones who do all the work. They order the seeds, they do the grow out of the seeds, they harvest the seeds. Every year when our seeds go out, we have the students actually put a pin on the map that indicates the state or the country where the seeds have gone out to. And among other things, we have sent seeds to 15 different living history museums. We have sent seeds to probably 8 or 9 countries. And last year was kind of a slow year for us. We only sent seeds out to 22 states. But the past 3 years previous to this year, they've gone out to an average of 35 states. And so they go all over basically all over the world. We actually have been doing this since 1991. So this is what, our 23rd year that we've been involved in this process. With genetic loss and with climate change, we actually can have the raw genetic material which might be able to be passed on, and we're actually doing something about saving the seeds that would be significant for the future.